Is this cup half full or half empty? This is one lifelong conversation that's existed for a very long time. And the truth is, this conversation opens the door for so many things and so many other conversations that must be had. Is the cup half full or half empty? A lot of us fail to recognize that that conversation is beyond the cup and more to do with perspective. And that's what I'm here to talk about today. Perspective, perspective, perspective. We have believed for a very long time in our lives that perspective is how we see things. And the truth about that definition is, yes, it is correct. However, it takes away the responsibility on the choice we make in our perspective. And I'm here to say and put it to you today that your perspective stems from your experiences, stems from your family, stems from the things that you have gone through and the things that you have experienced and seen in life. The essence of that is how you see things is borrowed. The essence of that is how you see things does not truly belong to you. And so what does that mean for us? Does that mean that we live a life that's without meaning? Or we live, in general, a life that makes no sense because everything seems to be borrowed? How we see things seem to be borrowed. How we live and how we express things seem to be borrowed. Why? Because it's all about perspective. So does that really mean that life has no meaning? Does that really mean that life has no essence to it? I think that's a very thought-provoking question because that opens our eyes to the truth about the essence of life in and of itself. Because if truly a person A sees something very differently from a person B, then who's correct? Who is wrong? Who is correct and who is wrong? Or is anyone correct? Is anyone wrong? Or are both correct? Or are both wrong? Perspective, perspective. You know, I've witnessed a very major difference in how people tend to see certain situations or see certain things. For example, a family could call a napkin a rag, and another family could call a rag a napkin. So who and which of them is correct and who is right and who is wrong? Or maybe there's no right, there's no wrong. Maybe there's no correct answer. Maybe there's no wrong answer. And so really and truly, who is right in life? Who is wrong in life? Have we truly stopped to think about how that the essence of who we have believed ourselves to be may be completely false from what we truly are? No, I'm not here to play with your intellect or with your understanding and beliefs about certain concepts, but I believe that this opens our eyes to more realities. I believe that this brings us into a state where we recognize that there's more than what we think of ourselves. And in spite of this, there's one thing that stays true. There's one thing that stays real, and that is the Word of God. And that is the Word of God. In the life that Jesus has come to portray to us, the life that Jesus has come to show to us, by far is the realest thing and the truest thing, because He is perspective. You know, I say that to say, if one person embodies a whole race of people, then for every single idea and every single opinion that a person could have, Jesus Christ is the answer. So is the cup half empty or half full? Or is there a cup? Is there water in the cup? Why is there a cup? Perspective.